I have decided to go with the maple over the spruce, and the reason being is that when I rip spruce, it sometimes has a little bit of a frayed surface along the cut, whereas generally maple is nice and smooth. Doesn't even need to be sanded most of the time, unless your blade is bad. Now I've readjusted my fence again, and I'm going to just do one more sample just to make sure. Don't want it too wide, don't want it too thin. It has to be just right. I don't know why it is I always seem to have this need to show when things do not go well. Well, things did not go well in this next cut. It's amazing that I didn't set off one of the 4 smoke detectors I've got in the house. Yeah, my push stick got crooked and sort of wedged in crooked on the side of the blade, and smoke came pouring out. I guess I wasn't watching what I was doing. Anyway, here we go. Now I just want you to know I took off 4 more slices after that, and they went just fine. So I guess 1 screw up out of 6, that's not too bad. Now the pieces I'm going to need for the teeth here, they vary in length from, well, some of them will be about 1.25 inches long, and others only need to be maybe only a little less than 1 inch long. So there's enough here to make up lots of teeth. Now, one bad thing about it, if your blade is not perfectly sharp, now I should have changed the blade. I have another blade that's called a glue line blade, and it actually would have done a better job, but I didn't want to take out the 5-10 minutes to change the blade. I'm getting terrible lazy. So I used this one. And one thing that will happen with maple that you don't always get with spruce is that if the blade is not sharp, well, yeah, it'll burn if you're not careful. And I guess a couple of times I was getting a little bit crooked or a little bit forceful or something there. But these for the most part turned out pretty good. You know, I'll be able to use probably 75% of each one. I noticed that some of them did sort of get a little bit narrow as the end of the cut came, so I'll have to measure each piece before I, try to glue it in place. And I want to thank Bob. Yesterday I said Bill, but I meant Bob, for this idea. And yeah, I thought I was going to have to get out the solvent for this and clean off the gum, but it's pretty good here. It didn't leave any gum on the table. At least this particular brand didn't. Maybe other duct tape would, I don't know. But that was a fantastic idea. Once again, I'd have never thought of that. Thank you, Bob. I think it was last week I was mentioning how I can do something dangerous safely if I'm careful. But I can't be careful over and over and over in a repetitive way. One of the viewers told me what that was called, and I've forgotten right now, but I'll look it up later. And this is one of those cases where I have to cut a whole bunch of little segments like this. And if I was to just do one, I'd probably just hold on to it like this. I might not show you, but I would do it. Just one. But I've got to cut up well over 100 of them. And I know there's a good chance that things can go wrong. We talked about that last week. So I want to show you something. I can't remember when it was the last time I used this. It was probably when I was making the jumbo segmented bowl, because I've used this more for catching segments than anything else. And as long as the segments aren't too large, like as long as they're say 1.5 inches or less across, it works pretty good. Otherwise it'll sort of jam up. But anything small and piddly like we're going to be cutting up now, it works great. But you're going to have to wait till tomorrow. It's getting late. See ya tomorrow.